Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. It is Saturday, Saturday morning, June 13th. It's 12:39, so technically it's Friday night to me. Very early in the evening for me. That's it, I'm extremely tired. If I wasn't talking, I would probably fall asleep with the controller in my hand, waking up when my head makes contact with the desk, probably 20 to 40 minutes later. But what we've got here is Elite Trigger Happy, not regular Trigger Happy, but Elite Trigger Happy. You can tell that by his appearance. He's got a little bit more of a sheen to him. I also have to say, he has got the best jump mechanic in the game. He just does like these crazy, almost like aerial acrobatics, if you will. Not to liken that too much to Stealth Elf, but that's basically what it is. So what we're going to do here, my research in the past has proven that the Golden Moneybags path is in fact the better path for Trigger Happy based upon two elements, and number one being just simple damage, and number two being, you know, like your success rate with it. I've seen that time after time, every time I've evaluated a Trigger Happy, regardless if it's Springtime Trigger Happy, Legendary Trigger Happy, Regular Trigger Happy, Series 2, Big Bang Trigger Happy, Trigger Snappy, whoever it may be. And the same will apply here with Elite Trigger Happy. That will just be the more solid path. However, SSA, the first path I took, and he was a starter pack character, so we had him available early on. First path I took is the path that I still am the most fond of. That is, of course, the Golden Frenzy path. It's just, and in SSA, there were so many levels and conditions that kind of tailored themselves to what you might select. You had, you know, the life element characters that would get, you know, the regen ability in water. You had, you know, flying dragons that could go across water. Otherwise, you needed a water element character for water. So many of those levels were like in these troll, you know, army barracks, if you will. You know, you had like tunnels and, you know, everything, and the bouncing bullets were just, I mean, they were hugely beneficial. But what we're gonna do, I know that that's technically the better path. We're gonna take it now. Then when I reset him, I'm going to take Golden Frenzy, just because it's the path I prefer, and I don't really care about the damage difference. But if you're all about what is going to give me the most damage, not take an eternity to set up or fire off, and be something that's going to inflict the damage consistently, I would recommend you take this path, the Golden Moneybags path. So, right here, Golden Moneybags, further develop your throwing skills. So, we will take that. I will get to the spreadsheet so we can log all of this information. That, of course, was our pointless cut sheet, or cut scene, if you will. Got work stuff in my head, cut sheets. I do that at work, not here. That said, just throwing your money away is where we begin. Your B attack has longer range. Price is $10.54. We'll go ahead and grab that, see what we've got. Probably should have shown you, I guess you can see that in the base upgrades, what Pot of Gold does. But secondary attack was doing $3.99 to $5.98 in Elite form, which is pretty crazy. This pass should have some really solid numbers. Let's go ahead and try to get one here. Quigley, you are the most annoying character in this game. Alright, so it is still doing $3.99 to $5.98, which is a bit disappointing, but check that out. He's got great range on it. It takes it from like what was like a mid-range lob attack, basically to what I would consider not, you know, like a screen cleaner. It's not like we can just chuck this and it goes across the entire stage, but I mean it's covering some good ground there. So just throwing money away, $3.99 to $5.98, roughly 2 times the distance. I'll just log it as that. Again, you can compare and contrast for yourself. Main thing you really want to focus on is it's the same damage numbers at this point. So up next is Coin Explosion. This is really cool. Again, something I've always liked is how they put Trigger Happy's face on some of the coins there. Your B attack explodes in a shower of damaging coins. Price is $13.64. Keep in mind with all these prices, we've got 19 wing sapphires, so it helps out considerably. First things first, we're doing $3.99 to $5.98 still. Quigley is luckily gone away. And then that looks like $3.58, but was that critical? No. So 239 to 358 is what we're going to be at. So I've got these numbers crossed because, again, I am insanely tired. 399 to 598 on impact. And then was it 239 to 358? That's 293. That's incorrect. I really shouldn't be doing these things when I'm this tired. I've totally butchered it. But let's see. Quigley. God. They had better... I know Vicarious Visions probably won't have that guy around, but Toys for Bob, if you're developing the next game, number 6, get this idiot out of my way. It's the most annoying thing I've ever had to deal with, particularly when I'm tired. So, let's see here. Okay, they're doubling up nicely because I can't be at the angle I want to be because of Quigley. So 239, I'll have to do the math manually. Half of 230 would be 115, 119, 5 would make 239. So 239 and 119 is going to be 349, 358. So that sounds like what I saw earlier. We're getting criticals really. There it was, 358. Alright. So let's see here if we can get an idea on the coins. Is it 3 of them? No, I think is it 5? Let's see here. We got 2 to the side, 1 that comes towards us, and then I think it's a 5 shot. So that kind is very hard with all the the terrain changes. But if I am not mistaken, and if you're watching this video, you can pause it and actually count the coins before they impact the ground. And you're probably not going to be about to fall asleep like I am, but I want to say there's 5 of them, and so that kind of increases your range, and again, very beneficial. Alright, now this is really the big one, literally. It's called Heads or Tails. B tosses a coin that does extra damage. If it lands on heads, it does even more damage. So, essentially, you've got heads and tails. This is a giant coin. It's going to kind of pulsate, and then you get your extra bonus. 1860 is the price. Again, I think it's one of those things, if you don't understand it from the description, you will very soon understand it. I think we should be able to chuck it over there. So that was 507. I think standard. Let's just try to get that done first. Oh, there we go. 507. I'll just do it manually. Maybe 250, 253 and a half. Which they don't care about half, so 253 and 507. Yeah, I am really tired. I almost did just go to bed, but I thought, no, I need to get this done. Alright, well, 507, that's going to be 253 and a half. So, 507 and 253.
Press the tag button to play as your
760.
captured enemy.
Let's see if we can see that over.
Then press the tag button again.
So it doesn't seem to be too
tall.
There it was, 507 to 760 on impact. And then we're going to do tails is going to equal that would be heads, wouldn't it? Heads equals 304 and that would be 152, which would be 456 on the critical side. With bonus, let me see what that is. Alright, so there's our 760, so that was cool. So is tails also 304? I guess it will be 304 to 456. Yeah, and then the bonus should be 253. That'll be 126.5. And That would be 379, I think. Let me go ahead and pin that in here, and then we'll see if we can see it. And again, if I was awake, we would have this done already. So that was our 456 critical. 253 standard on the bonus when it is heads. There's 760, 304, 456 critical. So what we're looking for is heads. 379. Thank you. Alright, let me walk you through this. And again, my apologies if I wasn't like deathly, I guess not deathly, but ridiculously tired. We would have this done. Alright. Heads or tails. Essentially, we throw this coin. Let me try to get there for you. Now we can't. Right there, that is heads. And of course, that will eventually detonate. Especially if there's enemies. Once again, we got heads. You can actually see it right there. It's Trigger Happy's face. Let's try to throw one onto the bridge and just hope it's tails. Nope. Man, we're getting heads every time now. Let's see. Man. I mean, not that it's a bad thing. Anyway, I think it will basically, I remember using it in the heroic challenges a lot, but it'll basically just pulsate, and then eventually if there's an enemy, it's going to detonate. I think the trim colors have something to do with it. This is just a horrible area for, like, this particular thing. But, let's see. And you still, of course, have coin explosion off of there. Like I said, I'm sorry, I'm very, very tired. So anyway, 507, 760 on impact, that's your standard and the critical. That's not right.
Your next challenge awaits you, Portal Master. Talk to Flynn.
Is it? I mean, you don't really know. I've worked like 65 hours a week at a real job, and then there's everything else in between. But it's not a bad angle right there, really. Yeah, so 507 on standard impact. If it's critical, you'll have the 760 you saw there. Heads or tails, it doesn't really matter. You're going to get 304 on the initial hit. If it's critical on the initial hit of the coin, you're going to have 456. Then, of course, when you come in with the bonus, if it is on heads and you've got the enemies nearby, it's going to blow up and it will do 253 standard and 379 on the critical. But you're not seeing it there because we're not getting heads. There would be heads. Okay, well, it's doing strange things. I'm very tired. We're just going to buy the soul gem so we can be done with this, basically. Alright, 2480 is the price. Golden machine gun has unlimited ammo. It's called infinite ammo. For that reason, we'll pick it up. This is kind of one of those ones... unless I just really feel like using a machine gun, I just never really use it. But it is kind of cool. There it goes. You're going to do 108 to 162 if you can't tell. If you didn't notice, it does really quick damage. Something that has always bothered me is that you can't rotate a full 360 degrees with this attack. It's like a little past... Well, now we can. Not quite. It's one of those deals. It seems to have a really nice rotation of 90 degrees and sometimes of 180. But like right here, I'm having to change directions with the cursor, and or the analog stick, whatever you want to call it. And I don't quite understand why. I don't know why it's not a fluid motion. Apparently you can. In previous games, I can never get it to do that. But I can't now go back towards hitting the Gildrent teeter-totter playground toy. So it's very odd, but essentially, like, if you stay in the sweet spot, you know, if the enemy is just specifically at the staircase or something, then you can rotate just fine. But once you get to like that 180 point, it just doesn't function. That said, it is pretty cool, and you can just spam that to your heart's content. So, but the sad thing is, and what I never understood back in the day, still does 108 to 162. So even just a slight bump to like a 120, 180 would have been very cool and appreciated. But I guess you can't complain too much when you can spam it like that. So that said, that is the coin explosion, if you will. I always tend to refer to them in that manner, but this is the golden money bags path. I won't get into how I think the safe and the pot of gold should actually do the damage and be the ladder updates as opposed to the coin, but that's just my take. That said, it does again statistically check out as the better path, but quite frankly, I don't care. Happiness is a golden gun, and bouncing bullets are awesome. Plus the golden Yamato blast if you ever feel like holding a button down for a long time and then wiping the screen clean of even some of the toughest enemies. Particularly now that it's 3 times as powerful, that should be pretty interesting. So we're going to come back. I will reset this guy, sadly, as much as I hate to, and then we will come in, we'll take Golden Frenzy. See what we've got there as I choke, literally choke. But my apologies on the video again. I am very, very tired. I have really no business doing this, but I am. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know your favorite path for Trigger Happy. For what it's worth, Trigger Snappy, I might take him down Golden Money Bags, but he's small. He's got the adorable factor, so I'll probably wind up taking him down Golden Frenzy. It's just one of those things. That path is what I prefer. It's not necessarily statistically better, but it's more fun, and I just enjoy it, so that's what I tend to do. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Take those links at the top of the video description box. They might not put you to sleep, but they will take you to posts where you can see all 3 videos, base upgrades, Golden Frenzy, Golden Money Bags you're watching now, and of course the exclusive attack damage number spreadsheet. If you have not signed up on the Skylander Club Forum, I encourage you to check it out and do just that. If you like it, sign up. We'd love to have you join us. But I'm going to quit rambling. I'm going to move on to the next video so I can hopefully go to bed pretty soon while these things upload or something, and I will catch you on the flip side of the coin.